a much quieter morning than we've seen the last couple of days. Storm Team 8 is looking at a calm Thursday and tracking our next chance for active weather. A head-on crash claims the life of a Grand Rapids teen overnight. This morning, we're live at the hospital where the other victim is recovering. Soccer fans are out in full force ahead of the United States' next World Cup game this weekend. This morning, we're taking a look at the growing popularity of the sport right here at home.
Live from 24-Hour News 8, this is Daybreak with Brett, Emily, Terry, and Matt.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Daybreak. Here it is 6 a.m. right now, and I got to tell you, the weather this morning as I was driving in today, much different than yesterday morning.
Yeah,
so much different here. The humidity seems to be gone here, so are the storms, at least for the time being.
Right, much quieter out there, but you know, there could be still some storm debris littering some of the back roads, rural areas, those sorts of things. We did have some wind damage, some hail damage in some places, and Matt's going to outline all that for us coming up.
Yeah, and our next chance of rain, with a lot of rain in some areas yesterday, some remarkable amounts, and I'll talk about that as well. And I have to a little shout out to you. Thanks for filling in yesterday.
Having a day off.
I felt guilty. Usually whenever
We
you
were
hear
wondering.
thunder, I feel like I have to race into work. I'm like,
And you didn't race.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of people pulled out their cameras, though, and they sent in some photographs for us here to be able to take a look at as well. If we can pull those up real quick. Some incredible pictures coming from those storms yesterday morning and afternoon that are on our woodtv.com page right now.
I told my kids a quick run out and take a look. As that storm came in, I said, hey, come on, kids, let's take a look at it. And like, okay, cool. We probably should get going back inside.
Yes, safety first, right? Your kids have to remind you of that, right? Well, we are looking at a much quieter day today of weather, so that's definitely some good news. There is some rain. I really just want to show you how close this really active weather is to us. And a day like this, you might be thinking, hey, what time is this going to get here? About 11 o'clock tonight at the earliest, because we've got the showers and storms back to our west, but those won't be impacting us today. We've got a stray chance of a shower or thunderstorm popping later this afternoon into the early evening hours. But again, for the most part, most of the day today is going to end up dry with a mixture of clouds and sunshine. And as Brett was mentioning, not as much humidity. So we're canceling the bad hair alert for today. No excuses from Mother Nature for why your hair may look the way it does today. Anyway, we're looking at highs in the low 80s. Meteorologist Matt Kirkwood recapping the severe weather from yesterday, and there really was quite a bit of it.
Yeah, very impressive day so far. One of our stormiest days so far in 2014. We had numerous reports. Notice the blue, that is for wind, and most of the reports were wind damage reports, or very high reports of wind. We also had some hail reports for the first round of thunderstorms moving through during overnight period, early morning period. And it wasn't just here in central and southern lower Michigan. This was a widespread severe weather outbreak that rolled right through also Indiana, Ohio, and into western portions of Pennsylvania as well. How about the total recap here? You'll be able to see the record rainfall with those numerous rounds of showers and thunderstorms moving through. Record amounts in Grand Rapids at just over 2 inches. Muskegon, though, really incredible. Just under 4 inches there, and Norton Shores about 5 inches. By the way, Muskegon beat the previous record by 2.6 inches. That's quite remarkable. So 32 reports of severe weather in Michigan, and overall yesterday 348 throughout the United States. But with all those rounds of thunderstorms yesterday, well, there's we really have to look out for at least some flooding issues with any more rain heading our way. We'll stay dry today, but tomorrow we're looking at the chance of some showers and thunderstorms moving into the picture, and it looks like tomorrow most areas will pick up anywhere from 1/4 to around 3/4 of an inch of rain. So we'll keep a close eye on that. But our next chance of rain again tomorrow. What about the weekend? Terry's going to have more on that a little bit later.
6:04 right now. This morning, there are still thousands of Consumers Energy customers in the dark after all those storms yesterday. Here's a look at where things stand right now. Kent and Montcalm counties were hit the hardest. Crews are working to get the power back on for everyone.
Breaking overnight, a teenage boy dead, another person hospitalized after a crash in Talmadge Township. That crash happened at about 10:45 last night in the 13,000 block of 8th Avenue. In 24-Hour News 8's Coco McAvoy joins us now live from the hospital where one person is recovering this morning. Coco.
Brett, police say the 17-year-old boy crossed the center line and hit 59-year-old Timothy Anderson, who's recovering in the hospital right now. Now, the 17-year-old boy is from Grand Rapids. Police say he was pinned in and unconscious after the crash. He was then pronounced dead at the scene. Anderson, who was in the other car, was taken to the hospital with broken bones, but he's expected to survive. He had a 33-year-old passenger with him in the car who was not hurt in the crash, but deputies say both drivers were wearing seat belts. Alcohol and speed do not appear to be factors in this crash, and police say that it remains under investigation. Reporting live this morning, I'm Coco McAvoy, 24-Hour News 8.
All right, thank you, Coco. Also breaking overnight, a 17-year-old boy hospitalized after being shot in Battle Creek early this morning. Police found the teen about 2 o'clock near Walter Avenue and Hanover Street. He had a gunshot wound to his shoulder. Police found the gun, and the teen did not cooperate with them. And they're trying to determine if this was an accidental shooting.
Looking ahead, a Kentwood man who allegedly exposed himself to a 7-year-old girl will be in court today for a preliminary hearing. According to court documents, 23-year-old Anthony Keene lured that child into his apartment and asked her to raise her shirt so he could take a picture. The documents say the little girl ran away screaming. According to a second police affidavit, investigators found Facebook messages between Keene and a 13-year-old girl where he sent nude pictures of himself.
She kept telling him that she wasn't allowed to go into anybody's apartment, but previously he had gave them candy and cookies and rubber bands, so she probably felt a little comfortable with him.
Keene is in jail, being held on a $20,000 bond. He's facing several charges.
Violence in downtown Grand Rapids during the last few days has police stepping up their patrols now. The worst one happened yesterday morning when 2 people were shot on Ionia, one seriously injured, both expected to survive. There was another shooting on Ionia Avenue over the weekend here, and at least 4 fights at Rosa Parks Circle Tuesday night. Now, last night, dozens gathered at Rosa Parks Circle for Blues on the Mall. One organizer said that he called GRPD after hearing about everything.
I thought it was, felt to call the police department and talk to those guys to say, hey, is there anything that we should be aware of or concerned with on that? And they said no.
GRPD did decide to add some extra patrols in the area last night, just in case. Police haven't made any arrests in connection to either of those downtown shootings. They're expected to step up their downtown patrols this weekend, too.
Happening right now, King Philippe VI is taking over in Spain. We want to show you live pictures showing a parade winding its way through the streets of Madrid. This is where thousands are turning out to celebrate this occasion. King Philippe takes over for his father, Juan Carlos, who is ending his 39-year reign today. Well, the U.S. team hits the field this weekend against Portugal as the World Cup continues. Soccer fan or not, you may not realize the effect the World Cup is having right here in West Michigan. 24-Hour News 8's Amanda Jarrett is here to explain. This is a big deal, Amanda.
Absolutely, Emily. You know, we talked to a man who's been part of our soccer community for 20 years. He says the World Cup is getting more attention here in West Michigan than ever before, from the economic standpoint to the fan base. Roger Garner is the head of soccer outreach at Gazelle Sports in Grand Rapids. He's also a coach at Aquinas. Garner says they've gotten a lot of extra business from the World Cup, selling a lot of jerseys, even the Landon Donovan U.S. jersey, who didn't even make the U.S. team. From the soccer gear to the special World Cup soccer ball, he says they're seeing quite the soccer frenzy.
We're getting calls from around the country. We sold somebody from Texas a U.S. jersey because he said he looked around the country and we were one of the only ones that had anything left because we were fortunate enough to predict this was going to be great.
And so it has been. Another sign of more fans. Garner says the American Outlaws, they're the supporters of the U.S. national team. Well, they have a chapter here in Grand Rapids. A few years ago, he says there are only a couple dozen of them. But over the weekend, they packed 5 bars, even lining up to watch the game. Now, coming up at 6:40, we're going to talk to Roger live right here in our studio about what to watch for in this weekend's game and what's coming to Grand Rapids that he says will change soccer right here in West Michigan. That's at 6:40. Emily?
Soccer's always been big in Portage, where I'm from. It was always a big deal.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that just kind of has exploded on the scene, though, even more so now. We're really looking forward to hearing more about how many kids are getting involved at this point.
6:09 right now. Yep, he succeeded in turning the attention away from his team's recent slide.
Yes, he did. But the Tigers coach doing some apologizing for that. Not for his team's performance, but what he said in a press conference.
And then later on Daybreak, an interview you'll only see on 8. We're hearing what Miss Indiana has to say about her recent time in the limelight after her size 4 body was dubbed normal.
Let's check in with Kevin Richards, the extraordinary Kevin Richards. How are we doing out there, Kev? Extraordinarily quiet. Kev, can we hear you?
We're doing extraordinarily well according to drivers coming in on the freeways. We are clear and dry. The main roads are okay. Caution, country roads that got trashed by the storms yesterday still have some debris and some damage, and you just want to give yourself extra time to deal with whatever might be out there. Looking at 131 from Hall Street, looking south toward Burton, northbound and southbound are fine right now. Beware construction if you take the Lakeshore route to Chicago through the weekend. Southbound 196 Ford Freeway, US 31 is down to 1 lane at M40, exit 18. That is scheduled round the clock till Monday. It's because of the bridge work up ahead. Up above on M140, take turns in a single lane on the bridge. They have temporary traffic lights set up. That part of the job runs until July 3rd. For 24-hour News 8, Kevin Richards on News Radio, Wood 1300 and 106.9 FM.
At BentonImports.com, relax, then rejoice. Engineered for performance. New 2014 Mercedes-Benz C300 4MATIC Sports Sedan, just $379 a month lease. Now at BentonImports.com.
Spend time together comfortably at the Pair Chair Sale at Talsma Furniture. Pair up together in your favorite chair. Recliners, gliders, leather chairs. They're all Pair Chairs priced. You can mix and match styles. Choose your color and cover, and we'll order them just for you. Everyone's getting comfortable. Buy one, get one to share at the Pair Chair Sale at Talsma Furniture.
With so many distractions in the world, sometimes I worry that our family is getting disconnected. A trip to Binder Park Zoo is a great way for us to share a day together as a family. We always make great memories here. Binder Park Zoo. What will your kids remember about this summer?
This is Bob. Bob's family is bored of the same old things this summer. Scorching heat and overcrowded public pools. His kids are nagging him for fun, and his wife is almost out of margarita mix. So what is Bob to do? Bob came to one of Jake's Fireworks locations. They have the best prices and the largest selection. Be like Bob and become a backyard hero. Go to jakesfireworks.com or text fireworks to 55678 to find a Jake's Fireworks location near you.
Drink it up when the summer sun is hot. And a speedy feast at Speedway sure would hit the spot. Alright. Drink it up with so many flavors to choose. If you hang at Club Chill, you got nothing to lose. So just drink it up, yeah, all summer long. That's right. Drink it up while I dance to this song. Drink it up, mix it up, live it up, come on. Drink it up.
Now at Speedway, a 32-ounce Speedy Freezer fountain drink is just 99 cents.
The convenience stores of Speedway.
At BentonImports.com, new 2014 VW Jetta S automatic sedan. Just $163 a month lease, plus 2 years or 24,000 miles, no charge scheduled carefree maintenance. At BentonImports.com.
Always tracking, always alerting. This is Storm Team 8.
Good morning, West Michigan. It is 6:13 now as we check out a slightly cooler and noticeably less humid morning across the region. A few showers, thunderstorms still possible. You know, of course, yesterday morning at this time we woke up to widespread showers and storms, flooding, rainfall, and of course the wind and hail across the region as well. Today, much quieter. In fact, most areas will be dry here most of the day today as the severe weather risk area shifts to our west and southwest. Now, as we look at visibility this morning, we've been monitoring this for you. Wanted to show you the the scan now because we've got visibility down to 1.25 miles officially reported in Jackson, 2.5 miles in South Haven. And the bottom line here, there will likely be some rural areas that see some areas of dense fog, but it's not a terribly widespread problem this morning. It may be a wider spread problem early tomorrow morning, especially in areas east of Grand Rapids that don't see the rain early as areas along the lakeshore. So bottom line here, if you absolutely positively have to be someplace on time tomorrow morning, keep in mind there could be some localized fog that could slow you down. In the meantime, this morning, temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s, so it is a less humid and cooler start to the day today. As we check out Storm Track Live radar, it's a quieter start to the day as well. No lightning strikes detected on this particular view, but as we expand the view for you and show you what's going on to our west and southwest, you can see a lot of active weather here from southern Wisconsin into northern Illinois. It's not terribly far away, so you might be thinking, why aren't you tracking that into West Michigan? When's it going to arrive? Well, probably won't be arriving here until at least after midnight tonight into the early part of the day tomorrow. Again, as we concentrate that potential for strong to severe storms west of us during the day today. In fact, the Futurecast computer models really are doing a good job in handling the activity that will be not developing today. In fact, as we put this into motion for you, you can notice kind of a mixture of clouds and sunshine developing today off to our west and southwest. By 11 o'clock tonight, we start to see the development of some showers, but again, those take until early tomorrow morning to really even work fully across Lake Michigan, and those will become more widespread tomorrow morning. Check out by tomorrow afternoon. Early afternoon, the heaviest of that rain shifts off to our east, and most of the rest of the day looks dry. Scattered showers, thunder showers are again possible later Sunday into Monday. Most of the weekend looks dry, and we have a much more refreshing air mass to tap as we head through the majority of next week, with high temperatures for the most part back in the 70s and lows by Thursday morning in the 50s, and officially summer begins early Saturday morning.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
And then our days start getting shorter. That means for the Daybreak crew, we can start to get to bed earlier because they'll start getting darker sooner.
It is a struggle, I'm not going to lie. It's a struggle this year.
Tough time of the year.
It won't always be this bad when the kids grow up a little bit.
Oh no, I'm telling you, it gets worse. Yes, exactly.
I tell myself this.
Yes, you
It's
can
a
lock them
lie.
in now.
It's a lie.
It is.
Okay.
The big myth.
6:16 right now. It's called a corpse flower because it smells like death.
One of them is about to bloom right here in Michigan. We'll tell you where you have to go to get a whiff, if you want to do that.
In the morning, Daybreak is all about getting your day started right.
Yeah, and when you wake up, there are things you need to know.
24-hour News 8, Daybreak.
I went to Elhart to buy my new Hyundai Elantra because I wanted to work with someone I could trust and that supports the community.
Elhart cares by supporting local organizations like the Center for Women in Transition. You'll find it all right here at elharthyundai.com.
At Art Van Pure Sleep, every mattress, and we mean every mattress, is on sale. And nobody has more top-name mattresses than Art Van Pure Sleep. Save 50%, plus take an extra 15% off the sale price, or 0% for 50 months. Plus, free delivery and a free HD TV. Save on Queen Posturepedic sets, now $4.99. Come see what the buzz is all about. Art Van Pure Sleep, the Great Night Sleep Store.
It's Yonkers Summer Sale, Wednesday, June 18th through Tuesday, June 24th. Get the lowest prices of the season with your extra 25% off savings pass, available online, or when you shop over 270 bonus buys. Like ladies $4.97 tanks and $6.97 tees. Ladies sandals $34.97. 60% off kids playwear and swimwear. And buy one, get two free summer tabletop and decor. Wednesday through Tuesday. Shop in-store or online. Yonkers.
Summer is hot, and cool deals are the hottest. Get a zero-down lease now at Cool.
If you're shopping for a set of wheels today, you gotta stop at Cool Chevrolet.
Cool. Lease a brand new Equinox for only $225 a month. A new Silverado, four-wheel drive double-door All-Star, only $301 a month. Or a new Chevy Cruze, well-equipped, only $151 a month.
Get yours from Chevy's Hot Rod. Cool Chevrolet.
Rick Snyder says he makes tough choices, like cutting over $1 billion from education. That's tough on kids. Rick Snyder raised taxes on retirement. That's tough on seniors. And Rick Snyder's own administration officials got huge pay raises. That's tough. Wait. That's not a tough choice. One employee got a 90% raise and makes $330,000 a year. Tell Rick Snyder his tough choices are only tough on the middle class.
I like to support my community, and I like to support businesses that do the same. That's why I chose Elhart to buy my new Hyundai Sonata.
Elhart cares by supporting local organizations like the Center for Women in Transition. You'll find it all right here at elharthyundai.com.
24-Hour News 8 is sponsored by Grand Traverse Resort and Spa.
It's just turning 6:20 right now. Tigers manager Brad Ausmus is in hot water this morning. He's got a lot of people talking. After yesterday's game, he told reporters he comes to the ballpark every day thinking the Tigers will win. Then he tried to make a joke, but it went so wrong.
How are you when you go home? I beat my wife. I'm just kidding. No, luckily my wife and kids are fantastic because I do get a little mopey at home, but my wife and kids are good. I didn't want to make light of battered women. I didn't mean to make light of that, so I apologize for that. If that offended anyone. But
Tigers lost to the Royals yesterday with a final score of 2-1. The team has lost 20 of their last 29 games.
A huge night in Los Angeles. Dodgers pitcher Clayton Kershaw pitched his first no-hitter against the Colorado Rockies. Kershaw struck out a career-high 15, allowed his only base runner on a throwing error by Dodgers shortstop Hanley Ramirez. Kershaw is a two-time National League Cy Young winner. The Dodgers beat the Rockies 8-0.
Very cool. Well, still ahead this morning, our prize is still months away, but another deadline is here. We'll have an update on where things stand and show you some of the artwork you'll be able to see this year.
Did you get a new car? You want to sync your playlist? Yeah.
Get a $4,000 purchase allowance on a new 2014 Cadillac XTS. Visit your Cadillac dealer for details.
It's always a great time at Turtle Creek and Leelanau Sands casinos. The hottest casino action with all your favorite games, electrifying entertainment, and so much more. Cruise into summer this June at Turtle Creek with over $65,000 in cash and prizes. Spin in to win on Friday nights and coast out in a hot new Mustang convertible on Saturday, June 28th. The time of your life is waiting for you at Turtle Creek and Leelanau Sands.
Saturday, the Midwest #1 furniture store is on a price blitz. Art Van Furniture. Save up to 65% on all furniture and all mattresses. Plus, Saturday, take an extra 15% off the sale price or 0% till 2017. Find out what the buzz is all about at artvan.com. It's a price blitz. Saturday at Art Van Furniture.
We're gonna win ya. We're gonna get ya one way.
Safety, value, and peace of mind can be yours with your new Hyundai from Fox Hyundai. And right now, each and every Elantra is on sale. You can lease the 2014 Elantra SE with manual transmission for only $99 per month for 36 months. Or you can purchase the new 2013 Elantra GT with technology package for as low as $21,998 or less. Visit Fox Hyundai today. Find only the best at foxhyundaiusa.com.
Sometimes you need room to grow, and other times you need, well, a bit more. Greenstone Farm Credit Services can help. We specialize in financing land to build on, home construction projects, outdoor acres for play, or even that perfect house in the country. From families to farmers, Greenstone serves our community. And with 31 Michigan locations, we're just a short drive away. To learn more, visit greenstonefcs.com. Greenstone Farm Credit Services will lend you room to grow.
Welcome back at 6:24. Miss Indiana has gotten a lot of attention after taking the stage in the Miss USA pageant. Things took off from Twitter, launching her into the national headlines, dubbed the beauty contestant with a normal figure.
Well, 24 Hour News 8's Amanda Jarrett sat down in an exclusive one-on-one interview with Miss Indiana. So what'd she have to say?
Well, you're gonna hear from her talking about this whole normal thing here in just a second. But I gotta ask, do you know who won Miss USA?
I don't even remember anymore.
Exactly, but you know Miss Indiana, which shows that she's getting a lot of attention
Right.
to this. It's been a huge whirlwind for Michaela Deal. She says she has no idea that she'd ever get this kind of attention about her body, but she's very happy her swimsuit competition got people talking about being healthy. Now, she was vying for the title of Miss USA. She didn't even make it in the top 10, but she's arguably gotten more media attention than any other contestant this year. Many say she's curvier than the average beauty queen. She did weight training and gained muscle mass before that competition. While there's been a lot of support behind her figure, the size 4 Michaela told me she does not want to be called normal. In a lot of these competitions, obviously, women are under a lot of scrutiny, a lot of eyes on them. But like you said, your issue is with the term normal, because you don't want to define anyone as normal, because what is normal?
Absolutely. So we should be focusing on more so helping women and men alike feel comfortable in their own skin and be the healthiest versions of themselves instead of focusing on being normal.
Michaela says she's using all this attention to push her platform of child abuse awareness, and now her new platform, Healthy Lifestyles. Michaela also sat down with Jordan Carson. You'll see her complete interview later this morning on 8 West.
Wow, I think it's fantastic the way she says
great.
that. She's like, you know, what is normal anyway? I don't want to be called normal here. So I think that's a really great way to look at it.
Especially since her size is size 4. That's not very normal.
Exactly. Actually, compared to the average woman, stat-wise, that's not normal.
No.
And she's aware of that. There's been a lot of critics and advocates come forward, experts, saying, we don't want to call this normal. We don't want to set a standard for young girls. But as she says, she agrees with them. She says, but be healthy. Be the healthiest version of yourself. Be fit. I think it's a great conversation starter with this. And she's taken a great approach to it as well. And been able to really make this a new platform for herself.
That's right. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's talking about I think she looks fantastic.
She does. And she's very healthy. She did weight training. She was eating healthy. It's really interesting to see that she's the talker of that competition, not really the other contestants
And
so
I bet
much.
she's happy.
Yes.
Happy with herself. That's good.
Thank you, Amanda.
Well, if you're planning a trip to Michigan State University next week, prepare yourself for the smell of death. That's right, death. A 5-foot-tall corpse flower is expected to bloom sometime next week. People describe the smell like that of a rotting body or sometimes meat. The stink only lasts a day or two, but you can check it out firsthand if you want to. It will be on display at the Plant Biology Conservatory from 10 until 2 during the week and 1 until 4 on the weekends. And Brett, we did dig into the archives to check out what we found. Let's watch.
They say that it should start to flower every year from here on out. That means that every early spring we'll get to enjoy its putrid, rotten smell.
Awesome. Okay, so tell us about this, Brett. Hey, by the way, here's our Throwback Thursday.
Oh my gosh, no doubt about that. That's 14 years ago. That was the year 2000, and I did that story. What?
This is not at MSU.
This is at Meyer Garden, and it's not a corpse flower. It's called a devil's tongue. They're in the same family.
Okay.
They're related to the lily, if you can believe that.
Oh, that's hard to believe.
You can actually eat them too, even though they smell terrible. The reason why they do that is because they're trying to attract flies to pollinate.
Okay.
Essentially. And so this thing bloomed in like 2000. It was the first one that they actually got to grow there, and it's still there, I believe.
Is it? Okay.
It blooms every year. And our old news director, Jim Loy, sent me out to do that story.
That is funny.
That's amazing.
Terry.
Yeah.
And isn't it funny, Brett? We were both working here then, and Emily, I think, was just graduating from high school in Portage, right? That's the Throwback Thursday. Hey, we are looking at a pretty quiet start to the day today. Coming up, we'll talk about more showers and storms that could be heading our way, breaking out the timeline, and looking ahead to the weekend as 24 Hour News 8 Daybreak returns.
It's a great time for a great deal during Toyota time at Cool Toyota. Lease a Prius liftback for just $189 a month. Lease a 14.5 Camry for just $199 a month. Or lease a Corolla, just $149 a month. $149 a month. Don't waste a minute. Get into Cool Toyota for the best deals on America's #1 brand. Toyota Time, going on now at Cool Toyota on Plainfield across from Meyer.
You know, Frontier has lots of great customers, and we're heading out to meet them. That was the bus.
I like getting you sick, Frank.
That's good, right?
Love video chatting outside, Frank.
As nature intended.
Movie, Frank?
Snacks, Ted.
Switch to Frontier high-speed internet for just $19.99 per month with qualifying phone service and get the speed you need to play games, video chat, and stream movies. Call 1-888-FRONTIER.
Spend time together comfortably at the Pair Chair sale at Talsma Furniture. Pair up together in your favorite chair. Recliners, gliders, leather chairs. They're all Pair Chairs priced. You can mix and match styles. Choose your color and cover and we'll order them just for you. Everyone's getting comfortable. Buy one, get one to share at the Pair Chair sale at Talsma Furniture.
With so many distractions in the world, sometimes I worry that our family is getting disconnected. A trip to Binder Park Zoo is a great way for us to share a day together as a family. We always make great memories here. Binder Park Zoo. What will your kids remember about this summer?
Verinx RV is celebrating 60 years in business with a sale. See the new Aspen Trail bunkhouse with slide-out starting under $18,000. Save on Verinx's huge selection of luxury fifth wheel, size 23 to 40 feet, starting at $250 a month. Travel in style in a motorhome by Holiday Rambler or Sports Coach. Get a great deal now at the anniversary sale. Ready for recreation? Visit Verinx RV and save.
Might be the middle of June, but we're learning which artists and venues are pairing up this year at Art Prize. We have a preview of what you can expect to see at the world's largest art competition starting on September 24th. Plus, it's been in the works for a few years now, but today we'll finally be able to get a look inside the major renovation of an old church. We'll tell you about the improvements and where it's all taking place coming up. World Cup fever, all the talk right now. We're going to have a live interview coming up here in about 10 minutes about the impact it's having right here in West Michigan.
Live from 24-Hour News 8, this is Daybreak with Brett, Emily, Terry, and Matt.
Good morning, everyone. We have a lot going on for you here in this last half hour of Daybreak for you this morning. It's 6:31. Let's get right to the forecast today because we've had an active stretch here this week.
We sure have. I think we've covered more severe weather this year than in all of last summer season combined.
Certainly, yeah, I think so. Seems like it.
So we're earning our keep now. Are you happy about that?
Yes.
And the good news is today we really get a chance to take a break and recap. You see a pretty quiet start to the day here on Storm Track Live Radar. There are some showers and storms back to our west in southern Wisconsin and northern Illinois. And you might think with these showers and storms so close, why aren't we putting a tracker on them for you? When are they going to arrive? Probably not until at least after 11 o'clock tonight. So we're in a flow pattern now in the upper atmosphere where the primary storm track is now shifted back to our west and southwest. So all we're going to see today, a chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm. Most of the day dry with a mixture of clouds and sunshine and high temperatures in the low 80s. A lot less humidity out there for us today. Even so, there are a few localized patches of fog that you may encounter on the way into work this morning. Keep that in mind. In the meantime, we do have a refreshing trend that we are seeing developing on those longer range computer models. We'll talk more about the timing on that coming up in about 10 minutes.
Today marks the end of the connections period for Art Prize. That means it's the last day the artists and the venues can team up to compete for a combination of public vote and juried awards for this year's competition.
And 24-Hour News 8's Coco McAvoy joins us now live from downtown this morning. Good morning, Coco.
Good morning, Brett and Emily. We just checked the Art Prize website. Right now, there are around 1,340 artists signed up, locked in with their entries, and organizers hope that they keep trickling in throughout the day. So we'll be, of course, checking that. But the most registered artists who ever participated in Art Prize was more than 1,700 back in 2010. Now, Art Prize has changed the prize structure for this year's competition, and they hope that it's a big draw for artists. They've also added some extra financial help this year. Organizers are giving out 25 grants worth $2,000 to help artists who may be traveling or taking on huge projects. Of course, that's something that we've seen in years past, but if you've ever been to Art Prize, you also know that it's all about location, what venue you're at. Some of the big venues, DeVos Place, the Graham, the Bob. So we took a look at some of those venues to see what entries are already lined up for those this year. So take a look at some of these. This is called TP at the Bob. It's a hand-carved stone sculpture of 4 Native American chiefs, and it's part of the 3D art form. Now, here's another piece that'll be at the Bob this year. It's called Perspective, and it's a 2D acrylic art form. You can see that it's of a zebra gazing upon a rhino. Now, another big venue that I didn't mention is the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Museum, and right now you're looking at an oil-on-canvas painting that is of a sculptured fountain in Florence. And the last piece we're looking at this morning is called Shattered. It's going to be at the Graham this year, and it's a large-scale window installation, which is of course one of the new categories for this year. Connections closes tonight at 5 o'clock, so we'll be checking the website throughout the day, and on 24-hour News 8 at 5 and 6 tonight, we'll let you know what that final number is. Reporting live this morning, I'm Coco McAvoy, 24-hour News 8.
Thank you, Coco. It's been vacant for a few years, but today we'll be getting a look inside the new 616 lofts. A $3 million investment turned the former Bethlehem Church into 22 rental units near the Medical Mile in downtown Grand Rapids. This project preserved and restored the 80-year-old historic exterior of the church while renovating the interior. The completion of the new lofts just wrapped up, and today a ribbon-cutting ceremony will take place. It's happening at 10:30 this morning at the corner of Prospect Avenue and Crescent Street. We'll show you what the new lofts look like inside later today on 24-hour News 8 at noon. West Michigan Congressman Fred Upton is speaking out after hearing from GM's CEO Mary Barra. The automaker's CEO was in the hot seat yesterday, testifying in front of lawmakers on Capitol Hill. The House hearing follows an internal investigation that found negligence and incompetence after GM engineers took more than a decade to catch a deadly ignition switch problem. Upton says this week's recall of another 3 million cars with faulty ignitions shows the problem did not end with the first recall.
We may need legislation to make sure that we strengthen the rules of the road to make sure that this really cannot happen again. But we're not done yet. There's still a number of questions that need to be resolved, and we need to hear from the regulators. What did they do with the information that was before them? How is it that the information that's supposed to be cataloged and on file, why was that not figured out in terms of connecting the dots?
Barra also reiterated to lawmakers the steps GM has taken following the ignition switch recall, including firing 15 employees. The automaker has also started restructuring its safety and quality control process. And recently, they hired an attorney and mediation expert to administer a compensation fund.
Free food, free games, and a free carnival. We're talking about the Allegan County Early Childhood Carnival. It's all happening from noon until 3 o'clock this afternoon at the Allegan Area Technical and Education Center. Kids will also be able to enjoy bounce houses and face painting and check out some police and fire trucks. The whole thing organized by several organizations, including the Allegan Area Educational Service Agency and the Allegan County Head Start. Again, the event free, but organizers are accepting donations of diapers and new or gently used kids and infant clothing for families in need. Officials at Binder Park Zoo hope that you'll help them bring lions to the zoo. Yesterday, zoo officials launched a new fundraising campaign. They want to add a new lion exhibit and camping area for overnight visits. They're hoping to raise $3 million. You can help donate by sending your donation via text message, online, or by mail. And we have posted a donation information link for you on our website. It's at woodtv.com.
Why not? Lions and camping?
I know, it's a great combination.
Not together.
Right, they're not together. It's
Okay.
fantastic. I mean, that's actually a great idea, you know, because my daughter would absolutely love that. If we could go camping and go to the zoo. I mean, that's a good idea.
That's a great idea. 6:38 now. U.S. soccer fans are gearing up to cheer on Team USA in the World Cup this weekend.
Just ahead, we're talking live to Coach Aquinas and finding out about the World Cup impact here locally.
Showers and thunderstorms not terribly far away, but coming up, we're going to track whether these are heading toward West Michigan, and also we'll show you a big pattern shift that brings us a much more comfortable air mass in time for most of the weekend. We'll sort out the timeline coming up as 24-hour News 8 Daybreak returns.
Giddy on up to the Stampede of Savings at Terrytown RV Superstore and All Seasons RV. Folks at your West Michigan Jayco dealers rounded up big special discounts. Better lasso your deal before they ski-daddle. Expandable campers are galloping out of here for as low as $99.99. Hitch up to a deluxe travel trailer for as low as $135 per month. The Jayco RV Stampede of Savings ends Monday at 8, only at All Seasons RV in Muskegon and Terrytown RV Superstore in Grand Rapids.
Ah, the $4 menu presents many options, yet grants us only one stomach. Master?
How does one decide between the original double and cheese or the fresh guacamole steak burger, the garlic double steak burger, or an all-beef Chicago-style football?
How do you decide, Master?
Pictures.
The $4 menu, where all meals are under $4 at Steak and Shake.
I gotta get the kids gone.
You'll know when it's time to buy a bigger home.
Down payment fairy! Coffee! Oh, that's exactly what I needed.
You'll begin to notice that nothing seems to fit. See if one of Mishta's Own My Home programs, including up to $7,500 for your down payment, is a good fit for you.
Oh, they're adorable. Thanks. Oh, there's so many of them. Yep.
Visit us online today.
Everything your mouth does in a day is building up layer upon layer of bacteria. And to destroy those layers, you need Listerine. Its unique formula penetrates these layers deeper than other mouthwashes, killing bacteria all the way down to the bottom layer. So for a cleaner, healthier mouth, go with #1 dentist-recommended Listerine. Power to your mouth. Also, try new Listerine Naturals, the only mouthwash that combines the power of Listerine with naturally sourced ingredients.
Whether you're looking for a car, a truck, or a van, right now only at Ed Cohen Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Greenville, you're going to drive it home with zero money out of your pocket. A brand new Chrysler Town & Country, zero down, $379 a month. A brand new crew cab 4-wheel drive Ram pickup, zero down, $299 a month. A brand new 2015 redesigned Chrysler 200. Again, no money out of your pocket, only $219 a month. Zero due at signing. Drive it home from Ed Cohen Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Greenville. I just thought you should know.
24-hour News 8, sponsored by Metro Health, connecting with community.
6:41 right now. All the talk right now, the World Cup, and this weekend, the U.S. team is going to face off against Portugal. The U.S. team beat Ghana on Tuesday. And this morning, we're learning that the World Cup is having a really big impact right here in West Michigan. Joining us this morning is Roger Garner. He is the head of soccer outreach at Gazelle Sports in Grand Rapids. He's also a coach at Aquinas. So it's fantastic for you to join us here. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I appreciate
it.
Good
Sportsmanship, yes.
Yes, right. You got to do that.
Let's talk about this because you're seeing a huge increase in the interest in the sport of soccer here this time around versus 4 years ago when the World Cup was going on.
Yeah, 4 years ago we were, at the local establishments getting 20, 30 people a game. This year, there are lines up outside trying to get in because the places are sold out.
Why is that? Why is there this huge interest compared to previous World Cups?
It's just a matter of the sport growing. Each 4 years, the World Cup comes, so us soccer geeks have been involved with it forever.
Right.
But now we're getting a lot more people who have kids playing. People your age having kids who are playing the game, where people my age didn't have kids,
Is that where that's going? Because, for years and years here, people had said soccer's going to overtake football. Soccer's going to overtake baseball. It's going to become a more popular sport because it is more popular worldwide. But it's never really caught fire in the United States, even with having, some teams here. Yeah. What's the deal now?
It just keep growing. And while you might not think soccer is a main sport, there's like over 12,000 kids playing soccer in West Michigan. That's 12,000 kids, okay, which come to our shop for all their soccer gear,
right?
Which grow up to have their own kids. So what you're going to do is just keep seeing it grow and grow and grow, which is just fabulous.
Do you think that it is going to eventually eclipse like baseball or football as far as popularity is concerned?
I doubt it, to be honest. Not in our lifetime. And it's not a contest. You can
do all of them, can't you?
We can. You can.
Right. While we're still here, we have all this stuff in front of us. Let's take a look, because this is the official shirt. People are coming in to buy this thing, right? Right and left?
Left, right, up, down. They're buying these out like crazy.
This is a U.S. team shirt, too, and they're wearing a collar. One of only 3 teams on the entire board there, right?
We just got to be classy. You know, well, you know, when you win, you're going to be winning, and you have to look classy doing it. So,
yeah, so I can come pick this up anytime.
Yep.
And then this is the official ball.
Yes, yes.
This is going to be the finals
That
ball,
is
though.
the ball they use. This is the ball they're using through all the group stages and elimination stages. And Adidas has a ball made just for the finals.
And this is how much?
$160.
That's an expensive
Everybody's
soccer
got to have at least one. So that's, you know, I think Terry bought 3, I think.
Yeah,
so,
no,
you know,
yeah,
so.
she owns the company, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure.
At any rate, we appreciate you coming in here to talk soccer here. We're excited about the game that's coming up here on Saturday. You think they're going to win?
They're going to win. You know, yes, it's Sunday.
Oh, sorry,
Sunday, yep. But it's continuing to grow. We have a minor league franchise coming to town next year, Grand Rapids Football Club. We're going to win this week, and we're going to progress to the next stage. So confident 100%.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll talk more about that coming up here. Stay with us. Terry's going to take a look at your forecast coming up after this.
The road less traveled starts at Delta Subaru, where you'll find just the right Subaru to fit your active life. And you'll love every day's journey when you get 0% financing for up to 36 months on all new 2014 Subaru Outback models. With road gripping, symmetrical, all-wheel drive, and great fuel economy, your Subaru is ready for anything. When it comes to choosing the right vehicle, shop Delta Subaru, a proud member of Fox Motors. Find only the best at deltasubaru.com.
Shed some light on your exterior walls with Patriot Lighting from Menards. The 14-inch Dayton light comes with an iron patina finish, just $27.99. The Cambria in a royal bronze finish is just $39.99. Get unbeatable performance at an unbeatable price with Pittsburgh Ultra Advanced Stain. It's a stain and sealer in one, making it perfect for both new and previously stained wood. Save $6 a gallon. That's $30 on 5-gallon pails.
Save big money at Menards.
General RV in Wayland has factory rebates on all new 2014 RVs, factory rebates on travel trailers, factory rebates on motorhomes. It really is time to make vacation plans, and General RV is helping with great deals. The 2015s are coming in, and General RV still has a huge selection of 2014s. Rebates up to $10,000 on select RVs. If you're even thinking of buying an RV this summer, this is the time at General RV in Wayland, south of Grand Rapids.
Always tracking, always alerting. This is Storm Team 8.
Good morning, West Michigan. It is 6:46 now as we look at a slightly cooler and noticeably less humid air mass settling into the Great Lakes region. A few showers and thunderstorms are possible today, but certainly not the widespread active weather that we had yesterday. In fact, I think most areas are going to be dry today. The risk area for severe weather shifting to our west and southwest for today. And about the only concern we've got out there this morning, some localized fog forming. Jackson's about 1.5 miles the visibility, 2 miles in Battle Creek, Kalamazoo, 2.5 miles in South Haven. So the bottom line is it's not a terribly widespread problem, but in some locations there will be some issues with visibility this morning, so keep that in mind. If you just tend to travel through a fog-prone area in a morning where not everybody gets the murky weather, could be something that you want to consider. Otherwise, temperatures outside this morning much more comfortable. 50s to the north, low to mid 60s in most of the rest of the area. Now, as we check out Storm Track Live radar, you can see the active weather well back to our west, and that's where the risk area for severe weather will be today. And boy, you can certainly see that active weather in southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois. Lots of rain, lots of lightning, but even though it's only a couple of 100 miles to our west, it's not going to be moving eastward very quickly. In fact, the timeline for arrival, why we're not even putting a calculating distance tracker on this, is not going to arrive here until at least sometime around or shortly after midnight tonight, and that's at the soonest. In fact, check out the Futurecast computer models here. Just kind of a mixture of clouds and sunshine today. The flow pattern in the atmosphere, you really can make that out on the Futurecast computer models from east to west today, and that'll be the wind direction too. So Lake Michigan should be fairly calm and quiet today. Showers, thunderstorms again arriving by about 8 or 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll see that active weather move back in. Heaviest rain shifting east of us by mid-afternoon tomorrow. So if you've got afternoon or evening plans, it looks like most of the afternoon and evening will be dry tomorrow. Most of Saturday looks dry with highs around 80 degrees. Showers and storms could return late Sunday night into Monday, and you can see here the trend toward a much more refreshing and comfortable air mass with highs in the 70s through the majority of next week.
6:48 right now. A teen dead after a car crash.
Coming up, we'll tell you what we're finding out from police.
I went to Elkhart to buy my new Hyundai Elantra because I wanted to work with someone I could trust and that supports the community.
Elkhart cares by supporting local organizations like the Center for Women in Transition.
You'll find it all right here at elharthyundai.com.
Looks like the Garcia's got a new car.
What'd they get?
I don't know.
Sure doesn't look like a Buick.
Buick. I'm outside. Where are you? I'm right here. I'm in the Buick. I don't see a Buick.
Take a fresh look at Buick. It just might surprise you.
Ooh, that's not a Buick. That's what I told him. Wow. This is nice. Oh, my.
Enjoy the dealer experience ranked highest by J.D. Power. And lease this 2014 Buick Verano for around $199 per month when you switch to Buick.
Ready to take a little drive? Need a little getaway? If you're looking to put a little more fun into your life, then come to Little River Casino Resort this summer. Little River, big fun. In Manistee, at the corner of US 31 and M22.
I like to support my community, and I like to support businesses that do the same. That's why I chose Elkhart to buy my new Hyundai Sonata.
Elkhart cares by supporting local organizations like the Center for Women in Transition.
You'll find it all right here at elharthyundai.com.
Welcome back at 6:50. Some really tough news overnight after a teenage boy died in a car crash. A teenage boy is dead, another person hospitalized after a crash in Talmadge Township. This crash happened around 10:45 last night in the 13,000 block of 8th Avenue. 24-hour News 8's Coco McAvoy joins us live from the hospital where one person is recovering this morning. Coco?
Emily, police say the 17-year-old boy crossed the center line and hit Timothy Anderson, who is 59 years old. He's recovering now in the hospital, but the 17-year-old boy was from Grand Rapids. Police say he was pinned in and unconscious after the crash. He was then pronounced dead at the scene. Anderson, who was in the other car, was taken to the hospital with broken bones, but he's expected to survive. He had a 33-year-old passenger with him in the car who was not hurt in the crash. Deputies say both drivers were wearing seatbelts at the time. Now, the 17-year-old boy, his name is not being released at this time. Police say that the crash remains under investigation, and alcohol and speed are not factors in the crash. Reporting live this morning, I'm Coco McAvoy, 24-hour News 8.
Breaking overnight, a 17-year-old boy hospitalized after being shot in Battle Creek early this morning. Police found that teen about 2 o'clock near Walter Avenue and Hanover Street. He had a gunshot wound to his shoulder. Police found the gun, but the teen is not cooperating with them. So they're trying to determine if this was maybe an accidental shooting.
Violence in downtown Grand Rapids during the last few days has police stepping up their patrols. The worst happened yesterday morning. That's when 2 people were shot on Ionia. One was seriously injured, but both are expected to survive. There was another shooting on Ionia over the weekend, and at least 4 fights at Rosa Parks Circle on Tuesday night. Last night, dozens gathered at Rosa Parks Circle for Blues on the Mall. One organizer said he called Grand Rapids police after hearing about everything that had been going on.
I thought it was, felt to call the police department and talk to those guys to say, hey, is there anything that we should be aware of or concerned with on that? And they said no.
Grand Rapids police did decide to add some extra patrols in the area last night just in case. Police have not made any arrests in connection to either of the downtown shootings. They're expected to step up their downtown patrols this weekend as well.
Just after the U.S. Patent Office canceled the Washington Redskins trademarks, calling it offensive to Native Americans, well, we figured out that the 3 schools, high schools in West Michigan, used the same mascot, Belding, Saranac, and Pawpaw. Former Belding Athletic Director Wes Cummings has a unique point of view. His wife is 100% Chippewa, and all 5 of his kids played for the Redskins. But he says he understands it can be a touchy topic.
We went out to the field today and we didn't see a lot of Redskin paraphernalia anywhere.
I think right now, and from what I'm hearing, they're kind of in a wait and see mode. They kind of want to see where all this is going to go. And I know it's been a while, but they just kind of want to see what's going to happen. So far, no schools have been forced to change, but that may be coming. We don't know. And right now, they're just kind of taking a little bit of a, non-committal approach, I think.
Now, we did reach out to the superintendents of all 3 districts who use the name Redskin. They were all out of the office yesterday afternoon.
Happening now, King Felipe VI is taking over in Spain. We want to show you live pictures again. As a parade wraps up after winding its way through the streets of Madrid, thousands are turning out to celebrate this occasion. King Felipe takes over for his father, Juan Carlos, who is ending his 39-year reign today. Well, her family thought that she died naturally, peacefully in the middle of the night at a nursing home. But records obtained by Target 8 investigators show the nursing home wasn't telling them everything. Here's Ken Kolker with a preview of what he's working on for 24-Hour News 8 at 6.
77-year-old Barnell Gunter had lots of medical problems, was diabetic, had suffered a stroke, a heart attack, had a tracheostomy tube to help her breathe.
It was very hard to see her like that, you know, because she wasn't herself at all. You know, and she couldn't do the things that she used to do. You know, she couldn't eat like she wanted to. Boy, she loved her chicken and Pepsi.
She died August 30th at a Kent County nursing home. A woman close to Gunter says her family immediately suspected that something was wrong.
They would have been on their job and did what they were supposed to do, she would be here. And that's the sad part about it.
Tonight at 6, a Target 8 investigation uncovers a death that doctors say could have been prevented. And state reports that show the nursing home did not reveal everything about what happened that night. I'm Target 8 investigator Ken Kolker.
Well, the Myers State Games kick off in the Grand Rapids area tomorrow. That event draws thousands of athletes to West Michigan each summer. And this year there are 6 new events planned for the Summer Games. So tomorrow on Daybreak, we're going to talk live to organizers about the changes and how it may help one group of athletes.
Check the morning commute right now with News Radio Wood 1300's Kevin Richards. Hi again, Kevin.
Good morning, Emily. Good morning, Brett. Some debris on the country roads from yesterday's storm. Still reports of some tree downs. There's a car stuck under 168th and Buttrick. It tried to drive around, but got stuck in the tree. Freeways are fine. Dry, 131 to 28th Street, full speed northbound and southbound. Terry has a look at your forecast.
Okay, yesterday morning at this time, we were tracking showers and storms and heavy rain and lots of a mess out there. But this morning, fairly quiet as we start the day. A live storm track live radar showing you not much going on. In fact, there are some showers and storms to our west, but as soon as those will arrive here, probably not until at least sometime around midnight tonight. We're in the upper 50s to mid 60s this morning and less humid. Slight chance of a shower storm firing this afternoon south and east of Grand Rapids, but most of the day dry. Meteorologist Matt Kirkwood looking ahead though. What's coming up for the weekend?
Yeah, we need a break from all the weather we had yesterday. We're going to get that break today. Just a 30% chance of a shower. Greater threat of rain arrives for tomorrow. I think many of us will pick up more rain, but not as heavy as what we had yesterday. A break also on Saturday with partly cloudy skies. High temperatures right around 80 degrees, 83 on Sunday. I think we're finally going to break out of this stormy pattern as it looks coming up next week, Wednesday and Thursday, as cooler weather settles in.
Be able to turn the air conditioners off
That'll
again.
be welcome.
Yeah, that'll be great.
All right, have a great day, everybody.